this thing. Ready to get some on that wax.
Another session with the BrosTalk, where the beer's ice cold. BrosTalk. Another session with the BrosTalk. Come and tell us what you know. BrosTalk.
Yo. What up, world? What up, peoples and tweeples out there? It's your boy, T. Broski. I got my main man, King Dano, in the building with me. And this is BrosTalk. Hey, man, we got a guest, the homie, the fella, the player, the newly, I don't know, new business owner, I guess.
I don't know no business.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's a business.
I guess.
It's the start of it. So, what up, Corey? I'll say it for you.
What's up, man? Man, I'm doing good. You didn't ask, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Great. I asked now, how you doing? You know what I mean? That's great. Well, how you players doing? I was gonna ask that. So you beat me to the punch. It's on you now, because he already said how you doing. He's doing good.
Me?
Yeah.
Chilling, vibing. We're gonna get ready for Super Bowl coming up. They probably see that, but Super Bowl weekend coming up and a whole bunch of cool stuff. Good movies coming out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. What's the last movie y'all seen in the movie theater?
Oh shit.
Mine was.
Well, what's the last movie y'all seen? 'Cause I know people got the fucking stuff where you can watch it at home and stuff.
No.
So
I go to movies. I don't know anything about watching stuff at home. It's like, unless you wait, catch it on Prime or something. But the last one I went to, when I usually go to movies, it's more for like kids movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last movie I saw in the movies was Moana 2. But the last movie I saw, we watched all the Jurassic Parks. But me and Dana were just talking about that earlier before the pod. But yeah, I'm excited for the new Jurassic Park, though. That's why we ended up watching them all. What about you?
Wolfman.
Okay.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It sounded
Fucking terrible.
It didn't look good. That's the one with Girl Flows Up, Julia Gardner.
I mean, I don't know who that is, but I don't know. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I'll just say it that way. It was. I went to sleep half the movie. I woke up and it was. I mean,
maybe you missed the good half.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
Because I fell asleep like probably 15, 20 minutes into it.
That's when stuff starts getting good.
Yeah.
It wasn't even. There was nothing that was in.
Did you
Like
see him
the
turn
storyline.
You were asleep.
Yeah. Did you see him turn into a wolf?
Yeah.
And he was like, ah.
I guess you saw it.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty bad. Only reason I went and seen that movie is because the movie theater that I went to, they had like these, I guess, IMAX theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Like this different type of screen or whatever. First of all, the chairs in there are shit. They're like old chairs. The regular, and they don't even have the things where they can lift. They're just there. Like, it's just terrible old chairs. And then the fucking movie that we wanted to go see was, what was the name of that? Den of Thieves. But
that's the last movie I watched, personally.
But that movie was only in Spanish at that theater at that time. Like I saw the time that I selected was like, man, I'm going at this time, and it was Spanish only, which I didn't know, which was crazy to me.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they did stuff like that.
That's the first time I ever heard of that. But that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard of that.
And I was like, holy shit! Like, okay, well, it had English subtitles, but the actual audio was Spanish. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. So
what a business move.
Interesting.
Chose Wolfman. It was like a terrible choice. I should have left. You know what I mean? Should have just packed it up for the night, went home. went to sleep. I should have called it a day, but I didn't. Wasted my money. You know what I mean?
I think the movie theaters for the experience. I mean, it's great if the movie's good too, but I just think that's the whole.
Now the chicken tenders was amazing.
Yeah, that's the whole. Like when I go to a movie theater, I want to take it in all.
It's just too much.
But the guy that gave me the chicken
So
tenders
expensive, man.
was disgusting. He looked at disgusting. Have you ever seen somebody that just like, oh yeah, that guy's nasty.
Yeah.
He has to be a nasty guy. Just look at him. Or a nasty person. That guy looked like he just eat boogers. Like he just do weird like nasties. I don't know. But he made the chicken tenders and he left them in there for a decent amount of time. They were very crispy. I appreciate you, guy. I know he's not watching this. Well, he might be.
He might be.
You know what I
And
mean?
if he is, then
It's just it's just my opinion. Don't beat me up for my opinion. It's just my opinion. That's what I thought you looked like. He might have thought the same thing about me. You know what I'm saying? It might be mutual. He might be like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I forgot about his, and that's why I took. You know what I mean? Might be extra crispy because he forgot. Because he's like, oh man, this dude's disgusting. But whatever. Which makes me think about this. If you're in a situation where like you're out and you have to go to like the restroom, you have to use the restroom. Number 2, this is public. This is emergency.
Mm-hmm.
This is like emergency. You can't make it. And you go in the restroom. What's the first, like you get in the stall. What's the first thing like you look for when you get in that restroom? Boom. Like your stomach hurts. You got to get there.
what I look for or what I look at?
Of course, you want to make sure it's flushed.
That's the first thing I'm looking at
Very
is the toilet like inside and
Flushed,
the,
yeah,
and the
there's shit
seat.
in there already, piss in there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me.
That's number one.
So-
And then number 2 is toilet paper.
Got there you go.
There's got to be a lot of it because I got to be able to line the toilet seat with toilet paper.
I should have framed the question different because I should have said, what is the first thing you would do when your next action is immediately shit? So y'all would say you would look and see if it's clean. Mine would be toilet paper.
Well,
Because I'm the cleanliness.
well, yeah, but once you decided, yeah.
Yeah,
Once you decide to sit down and shit, yeah, you have to know it's toilet paper there before you do that. You don't want to ever be duck walking in public.
Well, first of all, that's yikes.
And she ain't seen these.
Yikes. Just imagine, like, so first of all, military bathrooms, they like usually are like bigger. You know, they have like 5 or 6 stalls in there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, cool. You can do your thing. Like you go to a good motor pool, shit's clean, everything's good to go. You can do your thing. But sometimes you might run into an issue where it's like, hey, you got a roll over there? Dog, the first time I ever witnessed that, like,
How far are you down?
no, it was. I'm the guy
Coordinates.
walking in the bathroom, and the guy says, "Hey, can you pass me a roll?" And I'm looking around like, is he talking to me?
Oh,
And I'm the only guy in there, so it's only me and him. I'm like, me? And he's like, yeah, there's no tissue in here, bro, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Damn. So I went and
Oh yeah.
gave it to him. But this is what I thought.
Hold on. Did you hand it to him?
Yeah.
This was my thing.
Okay.
That's what I was about to say. I rolled it.
On the ground.
on the ground?
But you can take that off. You can discard that.
That's way.
But that's what I thought when I left. I was
Why
like,
help him?
huh?
Why help him if you can just roll
If you
it?
score.
You can discard the part that touches the ground. What? That's what I thought. I thought about that when
You
I
know
left.
how many times I would unroll,
It's
grab
asshole.
all that shit? I'm talking
Who
like
gives a
half
shit?
of that
It's-
toilet paper rolls.
Who
gone.
cares?
I'd be like,
As long as you got enough to wipe, right? That's the main issue that we're in right now.
how
As long as you got enough to wipe. This guy wants to wipe. You know what I mean? He didn't say, send me a clean tissue roll over the top. He said, and how do I know he Randy Moss on the toilet?
That's why I said I'm about to throw it over. And then I just would have done it.
So he hitting the radio.
Get ready.
You rolling there.
But yeah, man, that's crazy. Shouts out to them boys out there utilizing public toilets on a day-to-day
daily.
basis. You know what I mean? Sefco is vicious. Oh my God. You ever went to Sefco? Man, first of all, QT and Sefco, vicious.
I'm usually not hitting the gas station bathrooms.
To piss?
to do anything. Like usually I'm well prepared. Anytime like emergency purposes, then yeah, I'll go in there.
I'm just talking about pissing, like just in general. You never would like, damn, okay, road tripping. As long as I'm good. I don't intake nothing. I just get to the location and that's it. Like, no, I gotta go in there and then it's vicious. Dudes are blowing.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
There's only two like probably very, very clean bathrooms that I've ever went into that are like, oh, these are good.
Mm-hmm.
Buc-ee's
Yeah.
and airport bathrooms. Why? Because they have attendants there at all times.
Loves are usually pretty good.
I don't go in Love's. I think Love stops for murderers and people that are potential murderers.
Okay.
Like truck drivers.
Yeah,
They're trying to murder
potential.
people.
When the last time I hit a gas station, huh? Even when I am, I don't think I'm not against it.
Usually,
Usually
we'll get gas, then we'll get something to eat and go to the bathroom where we get the food. That sounds weird.
I mean, I mean, you can do your thing.
Shame money. Bitch got a bitch, so.
But it also depends. Like if we're stopping at Buc-ee's, then there ain't no issue.
Buc-ee's is a nice place.
Like I mean, they got super nice bathrooms. You seen the owner's son put in cameras
In the bathrooms?
in the toilets and was like, or in the bathrooms? Yeah, I don't know exactly where, but I heard that it was in the toilets, like watching
in the men's?
in the women's.
Oh,
watching them do whatever and they do in the bathroom, and because they don't actually go to the bathroom.
they don't. That's
Of course not.
the owner.
Women don't do that. But I believe it was the
Personally?
owner. The one, the owner, he transferred it to his son, and then like
He personally went and did that.
I think he personally ordered it to be done. I don't think he went in there.
So then, who did it?
I don't know.
So then they're fucked too. If
Well,
he should
I would
get arrested,
assume anyone involved in installing cameras in the women's
you
bathroom.
can't, bro. You can't. That morally,
any
you
bathroom.
can't come to me and tell me, "Hey, man, look, put these in the bathroom." I'm like, it's a fucking camera. Yeah, put it in the bathroom. I'm gonna lose my job.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna call them. First of all, morally, I don't want to call the cops, but I feel like I have no choice because you asked me to do that. You don't even know me. I know you're gonna pay somebody to do it.
yeah.
And then what if my daughter walks in there?
Yeah.
You're disgusting. You know what I mean? I can't. That's crazy to me. To even be like, that's why I say, like, he had to personally be like, oh, no. I'll fix it. You know what I mean? All the toilets in the women's bathroom are there.
Maybe.
I'll
like
fix
I said,
every
I
last
just-
one of them myself. But he's the owner, so he can go in Buc-ee's there where it's like, I mean, not Buc-ee's. Yeah, Buc-ee's. He can go in there when it's like being built. It's like right before grand opening and do his due. But that's just a crazy. That's what scares me about going to Airbnbs. It's like cameras.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like motherfucker just in there just freakazoid. Motherfucker got a whole you pull the mirror back and it's a whole false wall.
Right.
He's just in there just oh hey
Look at him.
like that's crazy. I don't know. I mean
Yeah, we was at an Airbnb for Christmas, and when you're outside in the front yard, you can hear the cameras because it's super quiet at night. You just hear them. And they stay still for like 10, 15 seconds, and then another one would. It was just them rotating. You just hear them all night. I'm sitting there. She said there's none in the cabin, whether it's true or not. But they had this rule where you couldn't. There was a curfew at 10 o'clock because it's up in the mountains, and they're like, it's a quiet community, blah blah blah. If cops are called, we may something will happen, and if it happens again, then we're gonna kick you out. And so, my dad smoked cigarettes, so we'd go outside, and I'd go with him, and we'd be sitting there talking, and I'm sitting there, hey, so we're gonna go do this and this, and then my dad's like, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Maybe we go outside. And I'm like, Dad, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not trying to get kicked out. We paid too much money for this fucking thing. So let's not do that. But at the same time, fuck that rule. Like, she said you can't even be outside.
Jesus.
Like 10 o'clock, I expect you inside. So we didn't follow
That
that.
sounded like some fucking cult shit. Like they running through the woods, snatching up
she was saying that, or in the rule book thing, it said that even whispers carry through the mountains.
Hey man,
and
I wouldn't.
disturb
Hey,
people.
look here, brother.
And I was like, okay.
I'm not even staying there. I'm cool. Give me my money back.
The first night that we got there, we were reading all these rules, and we looked at each other like,
Yeah, this sounds like y'all
we're about to break a lot of these, but not to like, we're not. I think we were great tenants. We cleaned up after ourselves, didn't fuck anything up, all that type of stuff.
Not if he was outside at the 10.
But apparently,
Yeah, he broke the rules.
Apparently, he was out there just breaking all kinds of rules because it was like, don't do this in the jacuzzi. Don't have more than 3 people in the jacuzzi. It's like, so only my kids can go in the jacuzzi?
At one time, yeah.
I can't go in with them?
Yeah,
I can sit there and watch?
Somebody got to go.
It's cold out here.
Marco.
It's warm in there, though?
Polo. Whoever gets caught, you got to.
That's crazy, man. And then it's like, don't do all these things. Like, how do you know? My thing is, you like, hey, don't smoke in my house. Immediately, I'm gonna smoke. And if I get a call, hey, I hope you read the rules. How the fuck you know I'm smoking? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what but
supposedly they're allowed to do it in like common areas, like the living room and the kitchen.
Have camera.
Yeah. They just can't do it in bedrooms or bathrooms or anything like that.
Yeah, I might want to do some fucking in them rooms.
And my smoke detector went off. That's how I know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's why for me,
joke's on you. I disabled your smoke detectors. So now they caught you in a light.
Yeah, I seen you doing it. Like, oh, what? Sick bird.
Camera's like right there.
Shit. But
you didn't see me doing nothing.
First topic of the day: NBA. Dish. Wait, dish. Whatever, whichever way. That is not gonna do it. I was talking about like it would say NBA, but it's not. It's not. There's not gonna be any effects. But Luka and Adrian, AD. Let's just call him AD. Anthony Davis. I don't know where I was getting Adrian from, but I was going Adrian Peterson. That's where I was going. My mind was on AP, but AD and Luka trade. First of all, nobody's seen it coming.
Definitely not. Especially not any Maverick fans.
Not even Laker fans. Nobody.
Nobody's seen that coming. A 2-part question. One, do you think it was a good trade, and who do you think it was a good trade for? And then 2, who's gonna win with this trade? Not necessarily the championship, but just like for the next 5 years, we'll say.
You think it'd be better off?
Who's better off with the trade that was made?
I'd probably go Lakers because, of course, he's younger.
That's
so that's kind of an easy one to go to. I also think they both won in the trade too. Like, I think it works out great for both of them. Like, you obviously had to mix it up in LA, but Kyrie can do the same thing Luka does. So, and Anthony Davis he's still one of the best big men when healthy. Now he's able to play power forward, which he wants to play. So yeah, I think they both won. I think Luka's going to do great. I hope Anthony Davis does, stays healthy so we can see. But yeah, I think in the long run, Lakers win out on the trade. I think shorter right now. I think Dallas they right there.
Okay.
Because they lost their finals because they couldn't stop anybody from going to the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to do something on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Celtics just straight to the hoop every time.
It definitely helps. I think it's definitely a win, a bigger win for the Lakers. I think Luka's, just a little bit better, a more impactful player on the game. He will be for a longer time, or at least it seems that way. Barring anything. Both are great players, obviously. I don't mean to downplay AD at all. But I just think Luka's a little bit better, and I think it was a better trade for the Lakers. And I know a few Mavericks fans that just are losing their shit.
I mean,
because they're looking at it like that's their star player, their franchise player. Like,
but he didn't get him for no slouch.
Why do you think the trade happened?
Well, really defense. That's the defense. And of course, they're gonna talk about behind closed doors where they said Luka was out of shape and Dallas was worried about that. That's neither here nor there to me. I mean, it's not a bad trade for any of them. Because if Anthony Davis comes in, you guys go back to the finals and he secures the middle and you guys win, and everybody in Dallas is gonna be hey, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, but if he don't,
Then it's like same results.
so you give away your franchise player for an aged, respectfully, potentially, he potentially ain't even 100% right now.
Well, Luka was hurt too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying Anthony Davis.
Right.
Yeah, they both hurt.
But Anthony Davis is what 30.
31 in this
I
prime.
was gonna say 32, but Luka 25.
Mhm.
Anthony Davis got way more hurts, injuries than Luka. Granted, he's played more years in the season. I mean, more years in the season, more seasons, and more years than he's played. But giving away Luka is a bold move.
It's a win now move. Like I said,
So you give away Luka to win now,
yeah,
even though you just was in the finals last year.
yeah. And if I look at my roster and believe that with this team, we can make the finals and have a better chance of winning because now we're bringing in a top 3 defender in the league down low.
But you made the finals with Luka.
Yeah, and we've also brought pieces in because I believe that Kyrie can do what Luka does. And now we have a Klay Thompson on the outside who can hit the shot. It's better than a Tim Hardaway Jr. Or however, whoever they're comparing it to. And now, instead of watching Luka get killed every time on defense, we have somebody there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The trade itself, I think, is deeper than just a defensive thing or he out of shape thing. Even when Buddy took the beer from him after they won, it was like a what? Like, I don't understand the trade.
The Western Conference Finals, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand the trade. I really think it's a bold ass move for Dallas to the point where they have to produce. Like you have no choice but to produce. If you don't produce, then it makes everybody look at this shit like, what the hell was that for? And especially if the Lakers do better than the Mavericks.
I watched the Lakers sweep the Mavericks in the regular season.
That'd be crazy, right?
Well, the Lakers right now are the 5th seed and they're higher seed playoff rate standings right now than Dallas.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Dallas is still in the running.
Yeah.
So AD comes in, Dallas makes the playoffs. Dallas comes in and wins or makes it to the NBA championship or wins it.
Or they
right?
improve as a team now. Like we bring Anthony Davis in and our record is, why does it give an example? 25 and 25. We trade, that's with Luka on our team. Then we trade, Anthony Davis comes over, and we win, the next 24 out of 30 games or whatever.
Yeah, and then the Lakers go to the finals and win.
And the Lakers win the finals?
That's what I'm saying. Like if AD comes to Dallas and Dallas makes it to the playoffs,
okay,
that's a good point. If Dallas makes it 3rd round or to the finals, that's a good point. If Dallas wins, that's a good point. But if the Lakers does better than the Mavericks does, with Luka, which they're already going to be projected to do because they already have a quote unquote better record, better team, better season so far, right? But at the end of the day, Luka is a pivotal impact player to have on your team, right? So in theory, the Lakers are going to do better. But if Mavericks do better with AD, then it gives the fans something like, oh, okay, I understand that trade. Whether I agree with it or not, it makes
Right.
sense to me. I can visually see what your thought process, the wizard behind this, the curtain, the Geppetto, you know what I'm saying, to the puppets. You know what I mean? Like we can see what happened. But if the Lakers do better and we still suck, then why
What
did
the
we
fuck
give
are we
Luka?
doing?
Why did we give Luka away?
I think the
Like
Lakers are about to see
Jimmy
the same
Butler was getting
problems.
held for what? We're not releasing you. We're not going to give you this. There's been plenty of players that went through, whether it's some I want you to do this or whatever it is. Like there's been plenty of players that, hey man, you're going to stay here. I want you to stay here. Well, I got to confine shit, move shit around for you, come to an agreement. For me, in my mind, it just blows my mind. Like you don't think Luka was good enough to keep around, or work around, or build around, or keep on the team? Who would you put
I
as
just
that
think y'all
franchise
sleeping
player?
on, y'all sleeping on Anthony Davis, like, to me.
I'm not sleeping on Anthony Davis. I'm just asking the question about Luka. It's not about Anthony Davis. I'm not asking about Dallas and giving away Luka. I don't give a damn if they got
If it's
LeBron
what they
James
got
or
for Anthony, they like, as a general manager, your job is to do what? Win, produce championships, or you get fired. So I look at my roster and say, hey, we will be better with this person here instead of this person here, superstar or not. Because guess what? We have two superstars. I still have Kyrie Irving on the team. So yeah, I'm willing to take a chance and give away Luka. I don't, like I said, for Dallas, I don't see that as being a bad trade. That doesn't make Luka a bad player or anything like that. It's just that as I'm looking at my roster, I think that we have a better chance of winning with this guy. And if I can pull the trigger on this guy and get him, there we go. And they got the business side of it. Maybe they don't want to pay him the $350 million he's due. There's a bunch of things, but I just think personally, basketball wise, that's not a bad trade for the Mavericks. We're a top 3 defensive guy, and he can give you 30 and 20 any night.
Yeah.
Like he's a hell of a player. No, Luka's a hell of a player. Like to me, it's just superstars change teams. And it's like, let's see who works.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a big gamble, I think, for Dallas. But I guess, like you said, it's just gamble for the Lakers too. Because I mean,
they ain't got nobody to play
who's
defense
to say
now.
that they're gonna mesh together? Who's to say that, like you said, they ain't got no one playing defense? They may have the same exact problem that Dallas has.
Exactly.
Sitting there in the finals,
And then they be
can't stop anyone in the paint.
And we gave up AD, or might not even might do worse because we gave up our only big man defense anchor we have.
Yep.
For Luka, who
And
might still give you 38 and 8 as well as LeBron, but they just going down hitting layups every time.
then you got DeAndre Fox. He got traded to the Spurs.
To the Spurs.
DeAndre Fox.
De'Aaron,
whatever. Fox.
Yeah.
He got traded to the Spurs. What
Yes,
you
he
think
did.
about that, Spur man?
Yeah. Hey, I'm just waiting. It's going to take a while. I knew when we got Mr. Victor that it would take a little while.
They moving quick. De'Aaron Fox, that's a
So we'll see. This is what, his second year in the league, Wembanyama?
yes.
Is that how you say his name? I always fuck it
I
up.
call him Wembanyama,
But
it's
yeah.
his second year. De'Aaron Fox is a 25 and 6 guy, young, fast, and I think that's a great pickup for Spurs.
Chris Paul on the bench as a backup point guard isn't.
I want to say when they played tonight, I think they started both.
Did they?
I could be wrong though. But yeah, but even with Chris Paul being there and being able to help mentor,
Yeah. So
quick.
I'm excited. We'll see what the Spurs look like next year. I mean, I don't need to be honest. This is about the time of the year that I start paying attention to basketball. Now that football's starting to wind down. So I don't even know if the Spurs have a shot at the playoffs this year, or if they're already eliminated. I don't have a clue. I know that they've done better than they did last year.
It's not even an All-Star game yet, so yeah, it's plenty of time.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hyped for the Super Bowl though, like bro said earlier, and food.
What do you mean food? Super Bowl food?
We always cook up a bunch of good ass random food, wings and fucking sliders and all that type of shit.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. definitely sounds delicious. Sliders, like different types of sliders, or just like
It's like they're Whiskey River sliders that do the like barbecue. So you basically cook them in. Then you throw in jalapenos and some onions and barbecue sauce. Put the patties back in.
The green onions, man.
okay then. The Jimmy Butler trade happened. Going to Golden State. Steph is what, got 2 more years on his contract? Or 3? Somewhere around there.
Take size to quit playing, but yeah.
What do you think the Jimmy Butler trade is a good trade?
I think he's an upgrade, but we just have to wait and see. Yeah, he's a baller too. I think he's an upgrade, but to me, Jimmy Butler just every team he goes, like it starts off great and then it each time. So I mean, Warriors, yeah, it's not a bad shot. That's the defender. Yeah, him and Draymond, they both kind of played doggish. I like it. It's better than Wiggins being there. No disrespect, but
Yeah.
if I could replace Wiggins with a Butler, I'm doing it.
Who'd all they give up though?
No, I don't know the details.
I can't remember. They gave up a pick
They gave
and
up
2 people. I thought.
If they still kept Kaminga, then that they did right.
Can't remember.
They did right if they kept Kaminga. Oh, Dennis Schroeder, Andrew Wiggins, and Kyle Anderson in a protected first round pick.
There's 3 people in the pick.
Oh yeah, you cool with that though? Yeah, I'm definitely making that trade for Jimmy Butler. It's a protected pick too, so yeah.
Does this put them
bad
playoff? Definitely playoffs or
That West
potential finals.
The West is so tough. What's the standings? I think they're still. I
No,
don't.
they're tough.
They're not a finals team to me. I think gives them a better chance to make it, but
I mean, because they're going to make. You think they have a potential to make the playoffs? They have a better chance to make the playoffs than they do to make the finals.
oh yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, that to me they're not a finals favorite, but I think they'll be one that they'll be a top 8 or top 10 team in the playoffs for first round. I think they might be one and done.
I think Jimmy Butler is a. I think he's a good addition to the team. I definitely don't know how the personality is going to mesh. I think he's a strong personality on and off the court to a certain extent. Maybe not off the court. I don't know who he is off the court, but on the court, I definitely think he's a strong personality. I'm not saying he demands the ball or wants the ball more than anybody else, but being a system role type player, not necessarily filling the shoes, but you're not the star power over here anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that's going to fall in. Now, granted, he could fall in well and he could play his game and figure out how to make it work, but in the same breath, I'm trying to think of a time where he's been in that position.
What
to be
like a role?
A role, not necessarily a role, but you're starting, but you're not the guy. You're not the go-to guy.
He wasn't the guy in Philly. He still ran through Embiid.
But the ball, he's the ball man.
No. He was more like a wing. He's a wing player.
Okay. Well,
now, when you mean the guy like, yeah, because Philly, they would let Embiid take the last shot too, I guess. But yeah, when he played for Philly, I think he can play a role. He's just a star though. So like, not bad to have.
Yeah, but I feel like this is a more earnable. Like he has to. He is who he is. He does what he does. Like you can't deny who he is and his talent, but we gotta fit you in. That's a better way to say it. We gotta fit you in on over here. And maybe they already got the scheme for it. Maybe they already got the plans in the process for it. But I feel like it's more forced at that position or at Golden State. I want to see how it's going to work out. I definitely think it has potential to be good because he is that good of a player.
They made
and
it
then
work
it gives
with,
Steph the ability to kind of maybe fall back a little bit. Maybe
and he faces less double teams because you got. I mean, but remember they made it work with 4 superstars.
yeah.
So now you got
but,
Steph, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green is now commanding that much offensively. So this is more of a, hey, Steph, we're going to get you some. Steph's still going to be the guy, but I think Jimmy Butler is a great number 2 to that.
Yeah,
You know, because they made it work with 4, so I don't doubt. I don't know if Steve Curry's the coach, so I don't doubt his skill on being able to fit anybody in.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't knock him on that one. I just want to see how it's going to play out. What the actual end result is going to be. Because I definitely think they hype things up to be like more interesting basketball on certain levels, at least to watch wise. I heard somebody say that the ratings was down. I was like, I think that's football playoff time. I think that's kind of like when basketball ratings go down. Maybe you get a little toe down and twisted. So by the time the basketball game come on, you probably just chilling with
I say
whatever.
it's just like games come on late. Football, you got prime time. Like everybody's up available, but trying to watch a Lakers game, on the East Coast, it started 10, 11 o'clock because they're on the West Coast.
Yeah.
As compared to football,
Boy, got to be to work in the morning.
Yeah, compared to football, I can watch all this game, and catch the Sunday night because it's not even late yet.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
And they were saying, I read an article where they were talking about the 3-point issue that they're having. So I guess a lot of people don't like the fact that it's turning into so many 3-point shots. So I guess what's his name, Silver, the commissioner, Adam Silver. He said this summer they're going to try and figure out how to solve that. And so they don't know what they're going to do. But he said pushing the 3-point line back isn't an option.
No.
If they want to slow down the 3-point, they might bring back hand checking. But I heard him mention going to 10-minute quarters instead of 12 to kind of speed the game up.
Yeah.
Because he said they're the only league that plays basketball with 48 minutes. Everybody else plays with 40.
Yeah, I don't know if that would solve the issue. I think that would probably kind of like. I mean, it might force you to make more sound decisions than taking bad shots that just go in. You still have to acknowledge the fact that a 3-point from fucking 2 feet in front of the half court line is a bad shot. I don't give a damn if you make it or not. That's not a design play for you to come down there and jack that bitch. Now, if you jack it when a 0.8 seconds left on the clock and we're trying to, go to the halftime or buzzer beater, then okay, it's still a bad shot. But I don't know if that will help. I think it might, because it might make more structured basketball because you don't have time to bullshit. But then again, if you out there nailing them, it might make that just one. It might make it a splash show.
2-minute quarters. Let's get it going.
The issue is they don't have no stars. Like, where's the next rising star that we can sell? Basketball is always
supposed to be Anthony Edwards.
Now, you get what I'm saying? But before it was Zion, before and then with John Morant, like they can't seem to find you raise Anthony Edwards up and his team's playing like garbage. So it's like, who can I sell as my next superstar? Because we've been arguing about LeBron being the best for 20 years.
But
we need that next one. I think the NBA has always been driven by the superstars.
So you don't think so? Anthony Edwards isn't a superstar because his team's playing.
He's a superstar. He doesn't have to. Where's the star of the show? Where's your star? They don't have a star of the show. Like, where's your next star that's going to take us to where we need to be? Yes, Anthony Edwards, you can be a superstar, but you're not the star of the show if your team can't even get there.
Oh, you're talking about like
For ratings. Yeah,
like a Curry in his prime when they was getting there.
And a LeBron
Consistently
James.
going okay.
Consistently. And a Kobe Bryant. And a Michael Jordan.
I think we're in a position right now with basketball that it's stagnant because everybody's so good. And it's not that everybody's like just elite players. It's just that everybody's so good. Like you have to do something to stand out amongst the masses, and it's hard to do that when everybody's doing cool shit. Everybody's driving, everybody's doing this. You have to do something extravagant, and just like you said, making it to the finals is extravagant. Doing that, being a rookie, your first year, averaging 26, 9-3 or 9-7, your first year, and then making it to the playoffs, getting deep in the playoffs, like that is something to brag about. That's that superpower or superstardom that we're looking for. I mean,
yeah, we need him all the way. We need our star to be there the whole season. We can't hype you up to sell this movie and then you're out in the playoffs. You're not even there when it matters.
But does that go back to them not playing as many games as people did back in the day?
No.
So I can play out of 82 games. I can play
68, which makes you eligible for every award.
So I play 68 games, take off the rest of them games, and I still have that star power.
Yes.
Only if I make it to the playoffs.
Yes. If you are the star of the show, Patrick Mahomes is a star of the NFL.
So then who's the star?
Do you think though
who's the star what?
The NBA.
That's the issue. They haven't been able to replace their last star of the show.
Which was?
We would go Steph Curry. LeBron has been the star for 20 years, and you're able to have somebody come in.
Instances of
little
flashes of it's this person. For a
now, but
LeBron's always been like
nobody's arguing. You can argue. You have a LeBron and Kobe, LeBron and Michael. You have a Steph and LeBron, but nobody's arguing outside of those names. So there's no debate. So it's different if Zion Williams came in with all the hype he had from high school to college and came into the NBA and was successful as hell, the numbers would be higher.
Yeah, I get it.
Because that was the next guy.
NFL wise, it was Patrick
Mahomes. Yes.
Before Patrick, Tom Brady.
Yes.
Okay, I get what you're saying there.
So it's just a rating thing. In the barbershop talk, you go to the barbershop, nobody bragging about, and I hate it because I think Anthony Edwards is amazing. Like you said, these guys are talented, but you just can't take it to that level yet. But I don't hear nobody. He's still going there and they talking about it. LeBron, Steph, Mike, Kobe.
Yeah.
So they are in a desperate need. They're in desperation mode right now. I think LeBron's still playing.
I mean, well, yeah, that's.
Hey, we need you still.
He wants to play with both his kids.
We need you still. Yeah, because guess what? That's a storyline that we have to continue to go.
That'd be dope.
But if Zion, I just keep using Zion as an example because he was really trajectory was way up there. It came in. LeBron's story could be. We would talk about his.
But you don't think team selection, draft picking has something to do with? Now, granted, I don't think that. Well, okay, never mind. I can't even argue because the point that you're making is literally what I was about to say. I don't think that Zion Williams is LeBron James. Exactly. That's the point. Yeah. That's the exact point that I'm making. We need to, and I got that.
Like right now, the best team in the league to me is the Thunder. But where's the star power? You got SGA, but
I mean they got a solid team.
And it's also another theory too. Why did heavyweight boxing fall off in the United States?
Because of Floyd Mayweather.
No, heavyweight. Because we didn't have the great guys anymore. dominated by the Klitschko's.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but
Who won the last couple MVPs? Joker, Doncic.
yeah,
Like I
I say, I mean,
this is another theory.
Well, shit. Since we're on boxing, they just had the Benavidez fight against Morale. I thought it was a decent card, and they had the Clarissa Shields fight. I don't know, that lady was 40-something years old, but anyways, I thought the Benavidez was a good card. Isak Cruz, I think for me, he's lost his thunder. For me, he's still who I thought he was, but I think he's just getting older, and that tenacity that he used to have, the discipline that he used to have, I think is kind of fading away. I don't know if that's chasing the money or chasing the knockouts or something like that, but I still think he's a great boxer. David Benavidez is still a great boxer. People say he got dropped. Technically, he did. His gloves did hit the ground, but it wasn't like a direct punch. When he slowed it down, it was like an arm, but still a knockdown. I still think he's a feared fighter. I think everybody that talks shit about the great boxers or the best boxers that's in that position, they talk shit, and then when they get in the ring, they respect them because you have no choice but to respect what they've done, because you really realize, like, whether it's the speed or just the technical or the power, you have to understand that they're in that position for a reason. Might be the star power, might be the lights, the cameras, all that type of stuff that shock you up too. But I think Morale fought a good fight. I think he's definitely going to still be a great fighter in his career. David Benavidez is definitely still going to be a great fighter. Stephen Fulton. I think he has potential to be an amazing boxer, but I just don't know what it is that. I don't know if he takes too much punishment for me. I don't know if his IQ. It's something about him that I don't know what it is, but if he could just turn that switch on, I think it takes him to another level. I would place him where I placed Adrian Broner at. Like when Adrian Broner was in his prime, but Adrian Broner had the vice of going out fucking off and stuff like that. I don't think this kid has that issue. I think I'm not gonna say it's his training. I'm not gonna say it's his coaching, whatever. And I don't know shit, so I'm just talking out. I'm just my opinion, but whatever it is, I don't know what it is. I haven't put my finger on it, but it's something that he just and once he get that, I think everything else will iron itself out. What did you think about the card? The Benavidez card?
Me?
Yeah.
Wolfman.
Trash.
Oh,
okay.
No, you know me. They were all great fights to me. The Benavidez fight, he is right now. he's the most duck man boxer.
Ducked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's stepping in him.
Okay.
And that's definitely a shot at Canelo.
Even
Even though Canelo's fighting.
But what's that young cat that's been calling Benavidez out there? He won't fight because he said he's a scrub or some shit like that. I forget his name, but continue. Go ahead. I have to look it up.
Yeah, look that up because I like to know too.
Yeah, look that up.
Because I think at some point in boxing, like, you earn that money fight. It's like when you look at Bud, like, he's earned the Canelo fight. And Canelo, to me, feels like that's a safer fight than the Benavidez, but he got nothing coming for him. Because Bud, people around there wasn't a fluke against Spence. And even my favorite boxer for a long time. So, yeah, Bud, my guy. He is different.
I mean, well, I don't. The whole. Well, okay, the Clarissa Shields card. I think we're at that point where she's like, she keep moving up in weight. People say she's searching for somebody to beat her or try to fight her. You know, a good fight. I don't think the girls that should be fighting these scrubs or they just can't fight. I think she has a heavy presence, and she's a good fighter.
She that much better. Yep.
She scrubs everybody up because she's better than you. Like, and she proves it. Whether it's power, speed, IQ, she beats you in every aspect. She always leaves. I've probably seen her probably swole up maybe once in a fight, but she's always club ready afterwards. I'm pretty sure she go pat her face, beat some makeup on, and then she going out have a great time.
Well, she had to go fight MMA because there's nobody left in boxing to fight.
Yeah, well, I mean,
nobody left.
What's the girl, Bomb Holder or whatever? She's the girl that's supposed to be calling her out. Do I think she can beat her? No. But maybe it's not the time to fight her because there's not enough hype around. Which brings me to my next point. Lamont Roach, Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. That fight. Well, before we even get into that, Shakur Stevenson has a fight coming up. We can't deny that Shakur Stevenson is a high IQ boxer. High IQ. He's, to me, the closest thing that what we have to Floyd Mayweather walking on this earth. He rarely gets touched. His counters are damn near impeccable. He sees. I think he sees stuff in slow motion just by some of the movement that he make. And then if some certain things that he said has been true, like him fighting with one hand, then that makes his fight even more impressive, right? But he can't get to the pay-per-view fights for whatever reason.
I would say he's losing his luster.
Yeah, so that was my question. Yeah. What does he have? Obviously, we want to see a knockout, but in what fashion could he not? Because he hasn't really knocked nobody out lately, right? What fashion could he win that would be respectable?
A big name.
Well, I mean, he's fighting this guy, whoever he's fighting.
Boxing, right? Yeah, he's not a big name.
Yeah, correct. He's not. So how do I have to beat him to keep people tuning in?
This fight has nothing for him.
If he just goes through, barely makes it like he did with Dos Santos.
If he goes out and knocks him out in the first round, like he to me, he has to have a viral moment. This fight,
yes,
to be looked at different. So a back foot jab, or it would have to be something. Yeah, like because just the sport of boxing, like it's just like I'm saying, he has so much talent. And he knows how to box. He's at a different level, but that's not catching. Nobody's gonna watch a 3-minute clip of him putting on a master class. They'd rather watch the 15-second clip of him knocking buddy out.
But if you are Arturo guiding somebody, you don't think that's still beautiful boxing?
I personally do.
No. I'm just saying, as for the masses, you don't think that's still?
No, I don't think people care about that anymore. That's why UFC's gotten so popular, and that's
because you can clip that. You can clip the You can clip me slipping a punch, jab, jab, jab. You know me, boom, boom, boom. Get pung, pung.
I just say it.
Pung.
I'd rather the masses, not me. The masses would rather watch 15-second no-name guy or 15-second YouTuber guy drop his fruit.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think he's being ducked?
No.
Keyshawn Davis. He called out Gervonta. You think that's a good fight? Because listen, me personally, I think Gervonta Davis IQ is high. I think they're all great fighters. If I had to rank people IQ wise, at Shakur, Gervonta Davis, that's exactly how I would rank it. Shakur, Gervonta Davis. If I had to rank power, obviously it's gonna be Davis, Gervonta, Keyshawn, and then Shakur. If I had to rank speed, I would go Davis, Shakur, and then Tank, Shakur, and then Keyshawn Davis. I think that's a nasty trio to get to try to fight. Now, granted, Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis is friends. So I don't think that they would fight each other.
But the only money getter in that fight is him. The only money getter out of that three.
It's Tank. He's the biggest name.
Yep. So,
but I think I think Shakur has a better chance of proving something fighting Keyshawn Davis to get Tank to fight him than he does trying to get Tank to fight him. But even though Tank said he said he's coming this year, right? He said he's fighting people this year. But personally, I feel like if you go fight him and beat him, then that will give me a more reason to look at you. Now, granted, I don't think it'll be that easy, but I do feel like Shakur beat Davis easy.
I think it's too much of a risk. Like if I'm Shakir, like your best bet is to fight this fight, and you have to wait.
I agree.
Yeah, like you have because me going and beating up Davis, Keyshawn, is not going to do nothing for me. It's not going to do nothing. And if he beats Shakir, it's more benefit for him.
Yeah.
So if I'm Shakir Stevenson and I'm clearly looked at as the number 2 guy, then business-wise, it's not best to jeopardize a guy. Even if I know I'm better, I'm going to whoop him. But he has a chance.
That's why, who is here? Shakur about to fight. I want to say is Schofield.
What's the Ryan Garcia?
No.
These guys aren't Ryan Garcia type draws. So it kind of sucks for Davis and Shakir. I think they're both better fighters than Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia, he bring the people.
Right.
He bring them.
So his next fight, I said Ramirez, and it's actually who did I say was fighting Ramirez? Whoever. Shakur, but he's fighting Floyd Schofield. My bad. Mm-hmm. Correction. Young cat, beast out there. Been putting in work. Don't think that he has it to beat. Talent wise, I think he has what it takes to beat Shakur. Skill wise, I don't think he's even in the same skill class with him. No. IQ wise, I don't think you're. I think Shakur. This has a real opportunity to put on a master class of boxing, and that's why I think he's slipping. He has, but you can do it both his hands is good. He ain't got no injuries. He said this himself. Everything's good. You can come in there and you can
12 perfect rounds, bro.
You have to punish him though. You can't do the pop pop pop. Sit back.
Even if he goes there,
you gotta come. You have to
punishes him.
He has to.
It's not moving the needle. I think he needs and we're just talking about casual fans. For him to make that jump into your Tank Davis in a
viral moment, highlight knockout.
He has to.
I agree with you.
I would much rather watch him put on 12 rounds of work.
Yeah, I
don't think that gets him to fight with Davis.
No, I don't think. I think
it's not good.
I don't think he's
say, "Oh, he needs to go." You casual fans, I'm like, mm-mm.
I don't think. I think he has I think he has a better chance of fighting Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. I don't foresee the Tank fight happening, but in the same breath, who knows? You never know. Tank said he's willing to fight. That's the big money, but you can also get some money with Devin Haney. You can also get some money, especially if Devin Haney beat his next opponent, and Ryan Garcia beat his next opponent. They're supposed to fight, I guess, again. Another rematch.
Yeah, but if I'm Tank Davis and I'm fighting Stevenson or I'm fighting who's the last guy he just beat?
Who?
Or let's say he gets. Okay, let's just talk about this aspect of it. If I had the chance to fight Shakur Stevenson or up and coming Mexican boxer who they have the biggest followings out there, like a Ryan Garcia, I'm gonna fight Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Because he brings something to the table. Like if I'm Davis, I'm looking at Shakur like I'm not scared of him or none of that. Just bro, I'm here to make money, and you're not bringing nothing to the table.
Yeah,
you just bringing 50,000 fans,
if that.
So then, when I send the contract over and state, hey, I'm bringing the fans, I'm doing all this. This is the split.
Yeah,
you getting 30, and you're like, what? I'm undefeated. This, and this. Like. what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's how the whole uh, contract I would assume with Canelo and Crawford got made. Heavy hitters came through with the bread, made it work.
Yeah, like, hey, yeah, this is y'all gotta both of y'all are bringing people to the table.
Mega fight of the century. I mean, not century, but you know what I mean. Mega fight of the obviously it's gonna be
Benavidez Mexican.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So business wise, they don't make.
To bring two Mexicans to fight?
If I can bring Bud.
What do you mean?
If I'm Canelo and I'm looking at Benavidez and Bud, I'm thinking Bud, business wise. I said earlier because he thinks it'd be an easier fight to me, but now I'm looking at it business wise. Like, yeah, I'm definitely bringing Bud because Bud touches a different demographic as well.
Yeah, and then you lose your crown as King of Mexico if you lose to Benavidez. It's a speculation in everybody's head if you never fight.
Yep. Well, our speculation, yeah, exactly.
It's just speculation. You can always say, "Oh man, you Canelo's actually king," and oh, Benavidez, because you got that fight going on or that argument to have.
Yep. Or I lose out on this Bud fight because he can go in there and lose the Bud and then go fight Benavidez.
I think.
But if he loses to Benavidez, he's never getting the Bud fight.
I think if Benavidez want to fight Bud, then he can. If he fought Benavidez first, lost to Benavidez, and Bud was talking shit like, "Oh man, he ain't really that good" or whatever, and Benavidez was like, "Yeah, I want that work." I think Bud his trajectory would be to go to punish Canelo worse or easier than what Benavidez did, and then he could fight him if that was the trajectory. But I agree with you. I think if he do lose to Benavidez, his thunder will be gone.
He would never get the Bud fight.
But I think he can still go out and make big fights.
Yeah, but he won't get the biggest fight. The biggest fight right now in boxing is what? Bud and Canelo.
That's locked in. Yeah.
So well, just out of anybody.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I would. Devin Haney and
nope.
I mean, well, selling wise,
I'm trying to think, man.
I don't know. I mean, it would have to be taking Bud, which is crazy. That would probably be the biggest fight outside of. But Mexicans bring in a major crowd too, though.
I was gonna say, yeah, Canelo, he is, but it's all like that. They love boxing. These are the fans that'll sit and watch a Shakur Stevenson 3-minute clip over a 15-second YouTuber knocking out another YouTuber.
True.
And that's not a shot at Jake Paul. I think he's a real boxer. I'm just talking about how they have the streamer fights, or I know Gilly and Wallow put on fights now.
Yeah, that shit was whack.
But
they fight. Yeah, I mean,
people,
that shit.
And look, I see that more on social media than I do actual sanction. I don't know if there's a sanction now, but actual like.
I don't think they were. They were just doing straight out the hood.
Getting it.
Yeah, just getting it in.
Getting all the interaction.
Yeah.
On your social medias instead of, a Benavidez or somebody like that.
Yeah. True that. Well, since we're talking about views, one of the biggest things lately has been the Trump taking over the Gaza Strip. I'm wanting to take over the Gaza Strip. Think that's a good idea? Bad idea? Think he's just bullshitting?
What did he say? Because I heard something about it, but I don't know enough to.
He pretty much said that he wanted to literally have the U.S. take over the Gaza Strip. Now, what he wanted to do, now it sounds crazy. It sounds like the only way you can take over the Gaza Strip is obviously put boots on the ground. What he wants to do is get all the Palestinians out of there. And then right now, so there's a guy that went over there, his advisors from the Middle East, they go over there and they assess things. They come back and they give him information. Information that they gave was pretty much everything's depleted, dilapidated over there. They don't have running water. They don't have food. They don't have shit. So like they need something to like at least have, and they don't have it. And God knows what type of diseases they have festering around in there. So ideally, what we want to do is we want to get. It doesn't sound. It sounds like more of a takeover. Like the word "takeover" sounds so bad. Like, hey, we're coming in here and we're just taking over. Like it's ours, but it's like it's ours for the time being because we're gonna clean up everything. Mm-hmm. We're gonna build y'all buildings, get y'all running water, put everything the proper way. The same humanitarian aid that we offer to other countries, instead of doing it through the finances part, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna give you some money and you set this up, or I'm gonna send some troops to show you how to set this up, and we're gonna show you 10 miles of how to build this, and then you're gonna build the next 90 miles to get all your people, and then y'all don't do it, or whoever comes back in and fucks it up or whatever. We're trying a different process because normally our process hasn't worked doing it this way. From all the information that I had, that's what I've read. Do I think it's a good idea? Fuck no. I understand what they're trying to do, but in the same breath, it's like, is it you're kicking people out of? They're kicking the people out. They're kicking all Palestinians and out, and they're asking Jordanians Jordan and Egypt to increase how many refugees from Palestine they take in. Right. And currently, both of them said, no, we're not doing that. So Trump has a meeting with the Jordanian president, Abdullah, and he's supposed to. Trump said he can get this. He can. This is an easy fix. One thing I will say, a lot of stuff that he has said is easy fix, whether it's the right thing to do or not. Some of them he's gotten done, and some of them he's not. Yeah. I don't know if he's bullshitting about this, or I don't know if he's serious. Some people came out and said that they think he's bullshitting in his cabinet, not necessarily in his cabinet, direct cabinet, but people that quote unquote work for him and sit in the press or the offices with him. And then there's two of his head guys came out and said that he had discussed this, and this is not just like oh my God, even though it was shocking to some people, it wasn't as shocking to them. It wasn't shocking to them because he had talked about it earlier. In fact, it was already written on how he wanted to what he wanted to say, so to speak. But that's the process. He wanted to do that. So it sounds like a nasty takeover to me when you say it, when it's worded a certain type of way. But I don't necessarily agree with it, although I understand the humanitarian part behind it. I don't know if that's the right way to go about doing it. Now, granted, could we come in there, stop Israel from shooting bombs and stuff in the Gaza Strip, fix everything and get up out of there, and then allow Egypt and Jordan to release all of them, or not release them, but allow everybody to come back in? Yeah. Will it work that way? I don't think so.
Yeah. So that's your interpretation of what he said, or?
Yeah. So
that's what you said. That's because are you going off because you asked what he said specifically?
Well, I figured he didn't.
He
didn't know the exact.
That's why. Yeah, that's why
I was just trying to get an idea of what exactly he was trying to do with that area.
Well,
what exactly did he say?
I didn't get the part about sending them there and then release them back, because he said in there like, we'll remove them, and why would they ever want to come back? We'll build these cities over here in these areas for them, so they never have to return to Gaza. Why would they want to come back? So
I'm not saying he said that. It's just the process of what's happening. The process is we're going to go in the Gaza Strip, take over the Gaza Strip, remove the Palestinians from there, refix the Gaza Strip up, and then leave the Gaza Strip. So once we leave the Gaza Strip, the Palestinians that are in Jordan and Egypt that have been refugeed or evacuated out of there, they have the ability to go back. Outside of that, whatever else is going to happen, that's just the gist of what I got from it. The building the cities outside or whatever like that, I don't know. I just don't agree. I don't agree with putting boots on the ground to try to fix a problem that we, quote unquote, I'm not even going to say have no fighting, but to put boots on the ground in a region of the country where we're not even liked. You could easily start somebody. Hey man, I just want to go fuck with them. Period. I just want to fuck with them.
They're not just gonna be like, oh, we have to leave. All right, let's go.
We're close as shit.
Most people are gonna be like, no, we're not leaving, because they're gonna think, and probably rightfully so. As soon as I leave, I'm never gonna be able to come back.
That's a fact.
Like they are gonna feel that way, whether they're right or wrong. That's how they're gonna feel. And I don't blame them. I feel that way too. Like, no, I'm not leaving. Because once I fucking leave, that's it. This isn't mine anymore. At least right now, it's my pile of rocks.
And then Egypt says they're gonna let you in. They like Trump may do his shit with Jordan and figure it out. And they say they're gonna let you in, but under what conditions? You know what I mean? Like, under what conditions are you able to come in our country? Because at that point, you're falling up under our rules. So if we have different rules for people that are not citizens of our country, then you have to fall up under those. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a whole process that could come behind it. Because wouldn't it only be right that if we're displacing thousands of people, wouldn't it only be right that we have, or should we have some type of like, shouldn't we get them to a safe area to ensure that they're safe? Or is that not part of our process? If we're going to come and
we're going to kick you out of where you live,
yeah, shouldn't we ensure that you
probably make sure you have some safe passage to
somewhere?
Yeah,
you know. But I don't know. That part for me is just like crazy. I just don't get the. I mean, I get it, but the humanitarian part, cool. But I still think it's something deeper than just us going in there fixing up. Why do we got it? What?
I'm confused on the humanitarian part. Like,
you helping people. You're going in, you're giving somebody running water, you're giving them lights, you're giving them somewhere to eat, you're fixing their building.
Displacing all these people, putting them somewhere else.
Yeah,
that's where the humane part to me stops.
That's, again, I'm saying the humanitarian part, as in fixing up their land, fixing up their building, giving them running water, allowing them to have electricity. That's the humanitarian part. Everything outside of that,
do you have to displace them to do that?
I'm not. The displacement is wrong.
So that's where that's where the part stops.
So then we're never going to get to the humanitarian part.
There we go.
That's my point. Is the humanitarian part I can understand saying, hey, we want to stop, because if we leave y'all in there and we come in there, they're still going to shoot bombs and shit. If we get y'all out of there and they know that we're here, they're not going to shoot bombs. But I'm saying
Israel, it's them worrying about Hamas in Palestine and then being attacked while they're trying to fix this stuff. So I mean, it's a multifaceted issue. Like, it's not. I'm not saying it's the right issue. I don't know what the right issue, to be honest. It's a terrible situation.
And I'm not saying Israel attacking us. I'm saying if you leave Palestinians in there,
right,
and they shoot a rocket off, Israel might retaliate. And granted, they may know where to shoot from. We may be there at that time. And you shoot shit. You blow up
Classic
3, 4, 5, 4. You kill 14 American soldiers. It's a fucking problem. That has to be answered for. Somebody's gonna get their head right for it.
We're involved in this
now,
like completely involved in this war.
And we did that trying to help people out.
Right.
Now, granted, again, I'm saying the humanitarian, helping somebody out when they need help, giving somebody water that don't have access to it, allowing somebody to have safe passage on streets, roads, stuff like that. That part of it is cool. You kicking somebody out of their home to fix up something that they didn't ask for is insane to me. If they came to America and said, hey, we will leave for y'all to fix this, cool. But if you're gonna fly around and drop notes and say, hey man, Americans is coming in 5 days, y'all can get up out of here this way because they're gonna help. That's insane. That part right there is insane to me. Again, I can understand the efforts that you behind we got to tear this down to get here. I get that, but I don't agree with it. That's just me personally. I don't agree with this.
So what do you think the solution is?
If
If you had a solution, I'll be honest. I don't say I don't know. That's where I'm at.
The solution to stop Hamas or stop Palestinians,
I guess just
Palestine and Israel war. How to stop that?
That may keep some sort of peace for some amount of time.
Some people are gonna say give Palestine their land back. Some people are gonna say give Israel their land back. I honestly, I don't. I think when your war is rooted in more than just land, because their war isn't just land. No. And then you have bad seeds within the land that creates a terrible name for all, because Israel has it, and so does Palestine. They both have bad names. The president of Israel, he's a bad guy.
Right.
Hamas and the Palestinians, to them, they're bad people. So like it's way deeper than just you coming in, swooping in, and saying. And then they had peace. They had peace treaties. Peace. That was peace and treaties. But they had peace treaties before. Yeah. Regardless of who broke it.
It's only one side that breaks it, but that's the whole different story.
I've heard. But regardless of who broke it, it's broken. Uh-huh. Somebody chose to break it. And when you do that, then it's like, bro, how are we gonna fix this? And I think that's one of the things that only thing you can do is mediate. Like only thing we can do is literally try to meet, hey man, on common ground. Hey, what do y'all need? If you can't talk to him, let me go talk to him for you. And I'll tell him and he'll tell me, and we'll transport information like that. But physically jumping inside, I can't.
Just put tariffs on them.
I mean, you can try that too. You know what I mean? You can try that too. They might. Who knows?
I don't think Palestine's paying much tariffs.
To nobody. Yeah, boom. I don't know. I really don't. I don't think anybody has an answer. That's why this radical thing is even a solution.
Because
even
trying to go there, and like you said, the thought behind it, if you ignore let's say we're not kicking them out, the thought behind, okay, we're going to restore, we're going to rebuild these buildings, we're going to give you all these things, make sure you're, help you out. Cool, that's great. How do you do it in a way that it works for everybody? To where the people who are over there are safe, to where we don't have to worry about what you said, like us accidentally getting killed or whatever happened. And so I don't know how you do that.
Only way is kick them out. You have to get them out. Because you're not going to tell me, you're not going to come here, put your boots on the ground, allow, even if Hamas is like, we're not going to fuck with y'all, we don't care about y'all. You know what they're going to do. You know exactly what they're going to get as close as they can to us and fire off a rocket.
Well, not only that they got the tunnels. So, because in my head I'm thinking, well, maybe you could just close off sections. Like, all right, the north 2 miles of this area is closed for the next 8 months. Construction. Cool. But the tunnels connect all over the place, so you can't. You would literally, if that's your concern, which is a legitimate concern, I think. You would have to clear out everything, but obviously that's a fucked up thing to do. So
that's a process in itself. That's
isn't going and removing the Palestinians helping the other side?
No, that's yes and no. So again,
especially it's Israel, right?
Yeah, but
especially
it's not
with the Israel president saying that.
It's not. It's. If I'm not mistaken, Israel's not fighting over.
It depends on who ends up in the land after it's developed.
I'm just saying.
Do they let the Palestinians come back? Or
that's what the whole thing is about.
If he says that,
because Israel was in the.
But what he stated was 2000. When they said, "Do you want them back?" He said, "No." Why the hell would they want to come back? All they do is come back here and they get killed and stuff like that. Why would they want to come back? So that's why I get it. If you're looking at just taking what he said out of it and thinking about a way to do with humanitarian, like you're saying. I understand that part, but I thought we were talking about what Trump said about this stuff. Like if he came out and said what your plan is, which makes all logical sense. If you can go in there and help, hey, we can place you over here for a little bit. Y'all agree, hey, this is what we had. We work with these. We're all working together. We will build this up and move back. That's good humanitarian stuff. But that's not what that's not what he said.
I mean, okay. I from what I read, that's what he's. I don't know. I don't know verbatim what he said. I don't know exactly what he said, but the plan behind what he said he wants to do, he said he wants to take over the Gaza Strip. That's what he said. What the plan behind that and the process behind that, there is a plan and process behind that. That plan and process does include removing Palestinians from Gaza. How are we going to remove the Palestinians? How are we going to get to that point is a whole different ballgame. How are we going to stop the war is a whole different ballgame. Like if they're not coming back, him even saying, I don't like, why would they want to come back? Why would you want to come back where somebody could bomb you at? I would want to stay out of their bomb ranges, personally. So if I'm going to create an oasis outside of their bomb ranges for y'all to live and be peaceful, then why would you want to go back to this other place? Now, for me,
you just built it up and got it running water. And
so exactly, but to me, that's where it's bigger than just this. Like the Gaza Strip is a very valuable piece of land, Why would America want to put boots on ground, kick the indigenous people out? You're literally trying to create a whole new America. That's.
I don't know about indigenous people.
Indigenous to what I'm talking about the people that stand the people that stay in there currently.
Okay.
Why would you want to kick them out? Take over theirs to fix their shit and then allow them to come back in. That's like a motherfucker walking in your house saying, hey man, get out. I'm gonna redo everything in here. Huh? Like, no, get out. I'm redoing everything in here. And I'll tell you when you can come back in your house. And take all your shit. That's crazy to me. Even though you're trying to help me, you're not going to charge me nothing. Got you. But you don't do nothing. What is another option? What's my other option? Yeah, there's none. So what if I say no to this?
Because they can't rebuild on their own. Like, they don't have
infrastructure,
the shit to do it. Like,
correct.
Period. Like, they can't get anything shipped into them. They got all their fucking ports blocked and all that stuff. So there's just no way for them to get shit.
But if we go over there, we can get stuff there.
Right.
We can open store for people. Again, if you play, if you dare. If you really want, just do something. Like, we're the big bad bullies on everywhere we go. Do something. I dare you to. Like, and we walk around with that attitude. I dare you to. Now, granted, you might be able to get some stuff done, but I dare you to. Especially when it comes down to smaller powers. Oh man, you're weaker than us? I double dog dare you. Man, what? I'm hoping. And I'll push the envelope if you really want me to. But
50% tariff.
It's crazy. You don't man, that's insane. But hey man, that's the world that we live in.
I don't know. Like you said it earlier, Trump's done some good things and he's done some bad things.
Right. See, but do you
like, I mean, he signed whether it'll fly or not, I don't know, but he signed the executive order for only females can play and female sports and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's cool. So now the NCAA just responded saying that they're gonna have to review all their rules and make sure that, from what it sounded like, make sure that they're in accordance with that. So I think it's going to boil down to they're going to say our definition of a female is this, and that's why we're going to allow.
He said they only accepting two genders, male and female. That's it.
Know. Y'all, I know we talked about it last week, but I think we had like a question about it. But it does say Gulf of America
on
Google.
Google. It's crazy.
On every Google, like it's just Google wide.
It's insane. Well, hey, if there is a takeover happening, we're witnessing it. You know what? We've lived in a crazy time. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on from the time we was kids to like now.
Yeah.
Like, and there's probably a slew more that's gonna happen. But
I'm sure.
Like, it's been some crazy stuff happening. Maybe we gotta wrap that up. Life. Like, see, like, what's the most craziest shit that happened since 9/11? Obviously.
Yep.
Timothy McVeigh bombing. Obviously. Hurricanes and Katrina.
School shootings, just in
School
general.
shootings in general. Yeah. What was it? Columbine was the first. The main first one.
The big one that really started off, it seems.
What about natural? We got the natural.
Trump assassination.
We did witness it on TV.
Attempted assassination. I wasn't watching live, but yeah, that shit was nice. January 6th, I know a lot of people.
Yeah, a fucking coup. Potential coup.
There's a lot of people that if they, I'm sure they wouldn't have minded. Yeah, it's
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
We witnessed him.
Michael Jordan.
I was
pretty young.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
My later year.
I remember LeBron James coming in the league.
Yeah.
To like, I'm gonna witness him leave the league. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. But yeah, man, got anything before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all for having me. Check out Appropriately Offensive whenever y'all got some time.
And check out KBA Woodworks on Facebook, or check out KBA Works on Facebook, man. It's got some good stuff. Put in the order if you want custom shit. Just custom shit. You got to hit them up and find out. Shouts out to them. Well, appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all watching. Man, peace and love to everybody out there. And that page shit you see on Colleen, I'm that guy. But anyways, peace and love. BrosTalk, we're out of here.
Another session with the bros. BrosTalk. Where the beer's ice cold. BrosTalk.